I'm Ashley Swank, and I play Ashley Swank in Stab 2. My role in this movie is Rachel's manager. I am helping her navigate the horrible waters of superstardom and just try to get us to the end. I'm just sick of everybody's shit. And that is the one thing that I can actually draw from myself, because I'm just sick of everybody's shit, man. So I just built off that. I think I had more fun in this movie. Just the first one, I was kind of nervous and afraid to over emote, and I didn't want it to look cheesy. But this one, I was just like, fuck it. Let's have fun with it. So I had a lot more fun filming this one. So my first day of filming, we were at the hotel. I have dubbed it the Hepatitis Hilton. It was not a nice hotel. The AC did not work. It was very hot. The couch made fart noises when you sat on it. So the couch was immediately not allowed in the movie. So I actually had a lot of fun playing this character, because I got to be just instead of passive aggressive like my normal life, I got to just be aggressive, and I got to talk down to her. I got to be very tell her what's up. I love Sherry to pieces, so in between every take we would just be laughing, because this was so not like us in either way. Sherry's actually very nice and kind of reserved in a way. So her character being like super out for clicks and likes is not like her. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got to be mean. Josh, realizing all of our schedules are kind of busy and we're working full-time jobs, and my scheduling was condensed to 3 days. So we got a lot done in 3 days. In 3 days, I was very hot at a hotel and needed like 4 showers after that day, to night filming where we got just eaten alive by mosquitoes. And then we were almost done filming that night when the lights shut off for the public area we were at. So we couldn't just turn on the lights again, and we had to start the scene completely over because the lighting changed so drastically. And then we had, the third day was at Josh's apartment, and we were here, God, 13 hours, I think, that day. That was a really long day. Got bloody, got kind of bruised up. There was more action than I've ever done before in a movie. And yeah, that was also kind of hot and sweaty that day too. We were all in between takes, all huddled in 2 back rooms, because those were the rooms with ACs running in them, and we would just take turns standing over the AC with our shirts kind of open, trying to cool off. Like the day at the hotel, I think it was like 91 out, and I think the coolest we ever got at the hotel was like 87. Yeah, it was really hot the day we filmed at Josh's apartment. And like I said, we were all just like shoving each other out of the way for the ACs, in between trying not to smudge our blood or our makeup, hoping that nothing was running as we were sweating. A lot of trying to keep, I mean, there was a lot of dialogue that day too, in between the action. Plus there was so much in between of us having to set up stuff. Because when we first got here, we had to have completely broken down set, nothing happening, and then we had to film like a montage of us setting it up, and we had to really set it up for real. So the montage was not as much acting as us actually setting up the apartment to shoot in. Every single one of us took turns filming. We didn't have another person that wasn't in the scene here to film. We passed the camera around to just make it work. And at the end of the night, I do remember Josh laying on the floor completely covered in blood. We were all exhausted at that point. I don't think Josh wanted to get up. I think he was just ready to go to sleep on the floor covered in blood. We could not get that door right. Because when you just let the door go, it would just slam shut, and it was so loud. And I was being a little bit self-conscious about not irritating the other guests of the hotel. But yeah, we just couldn't get through the door. And plus we were trying not to laugh because me and Sherry, we make each other laugh. Like anytime the camera wasn't rolling, we were just howling, laughing. It was great. I did appreciate that Erica made it through the entire movie in fuzzy slippers. There was no time where she had actual shoes on. And we were laughing about that. Like the night that we were filming outside and the mosquitoes were eating us alive, we're like, you're still in fuzzy slippers. And she's like, I know. Poor Erica, when she had to throw herself over Josh's counter, she's not tall enough to just do it and roll with it. So by the end of it, her thighs were all bruised up. The corners just kept digging into her, and she had to do that damn roll, what was it, like 12 times? Just couldn't get over the counter. But it was like, no, you have to get over it and then just stay down. And she wasn't tall enough to do a stunt like that. I just was like, oh, thank God it's not me, because I'm even shorter than her. I had to throw myself on the floor probably a good 8 times. And I remember one of those times my back cracked, and I just was like in my head like, oh no. Like, oh, I think I might have hurt myself. Because there's no pad or anything. We're not stunt people. I'm a software engineer. I don't know how to throw myself on the floor, but yeah, I hit the floor quite a few times. My back did hurt after that, but not to the point where I was like afraid, where I wasn't gonna be able to move my neck the next day, because I'm also old. And then that was just the first time I had to throw myself to the floor. And then there was the crowbar, which I then had to throw myself to the floor again, like another 8 times for that take, which I was surprised. For that take, we didn't need that many for that one. The crowbar one actually went pretty smoothly. There was one time, Henry, I'm gonna toot my own horn here. I did such a good job with my reaction. Henry really thought that he hit me. And I was like, no, you're good. We blew the take because I was like, no, you're okay. He's, oh my God, did I get you? No. Acting. As much as we were having a good time, and it was like, I think one of the last scenes that needed to be filmed for the entire movie. I mean, it was like a 13-hour day. I foolishly, when I got here in the morning, thought, I'll be home by 9. Oh no! It was not 9. It was like 1. And Ethan, oh my God, remember when he got shot from the shotgun and he goes down the door frame, he pinched his balls and he acted through it. Like he just acted through it. And then the second Josh goes cut, he just goes, falls over sideways. He pinched his nut. Poor Ethan. And he was in such a bad mood for the rest of the day because of that. Yeah, he immediately was just like, the second he pinched his nut on the way down, his brain just went, fuck it. And I mean, and he spent what, like 9 hours just sitting on a floor because he wasn't just dead in the background and he couldn't move. He just was sitting there. I don't blame him. Poor Ethan. I love Ethan. That was the saving grace a little bit, was as much as it was a long, hot day, so much of it was spent just like laying on the floor dead. The way I was laying, my feet went out because of my shoes, and my knees were aching because it was just such an unnatural feeling for my legs to go that way. So that was, yeah, even the laying on the floor part was a little painful. I remember laying in a bed with Sherry at the hotel, and we were just taking pictures of each other, and I was like, what's happening? And then you kept yelling at us to shut up because we were not on camera at that time. And you're like, shut up, we're rolling! And I'm like, no, something's happening in here. Confession. You sent us a clip after the day of filming, and it was the clip of Ethan doing the shooting. He looked so fucking good. The way that he just was like, boom, and then it's like his arm stayed like so perfectly straight, and all of his movements were just like so perfect. I watched that damn clip like 15 times. I was like, holy shit, he did such a good job with just that one little scene, like popping us off. It was well done, Ethan, well done. It was so fun too. Like, I remember putting my hands up like, no, 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 no. Yeah, that was not in the script. That was completely, I was like, hey Josh, can I just like do this thing? I'm like, no, 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 no. And he was like, yeah, okay. Do it. See if it works. And it worked. Best part of filming, I think, as always, same with the last Stab movie, the people. I remember, I wish he would have been able to come back. Adam, still call me Adam. I love you. Sherry, love you to pieces. Ethan, probably one of my favorite people that I've met doing this. Rachel, I finally get to meet Rachel this movie, and she was amazing. Henry was so much fun. Like, it's the people. The people are great. The worst part of filming was the heat. I did like being able to do some more, because I think being Deirdre, I didn't get to do a lot of like the actual stunt stuff. I mean, my death was not even, I'm not very good at death scenes up until now. I think I nailed the death scenes this time. But yeah, even going back to Stab 5, I was just so nervous then, and filming with a coworker, oh my god, he's gonna make fun of me later. So I didn't go out for it. I feel like this is the first time I went for it, and I just didn't give a shit. Thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed what we've made for you, and on to the next one.